The Kaibab. If you're an avid mule deer hunter in the West, you have certainly heard of this place. Although it stands as a giant mule deer destination, I have long thought it was probably overrated. Sure, a few big deer are harvested there every year, but is it really worth waiting 10 to 20 years for? I didn't know, but this was my experience, and you can decide for yourself.
He did such a good job.
I didn't do anything.
Good job. Is everything more?
Oh, he's more.
Yeah, everything.
Daniel, that is what you came to Kaibab for.
He's down. He's down.
All their warning calls.
I know.
Okay, so it's day before the opening hunt. We're just out here, it's early morning. We're trying to get to a glassing spot. Not really sure where to go right now. Just trying to learn some spots. Got turkey all around us. Let's get up here and hopefully find a buck. You see them in the back? They're all like strutting.
Oh, yeah.
The Kaibab Plateau has a large range of diverse landscape and topography. You can hunt anywhere from blue spruce and thick timber, all the way down to cedar trees and sagebrush. With this being our first time hunting in this unit, we spread out, hoping to find a buck for opening morning. Expectations of the hunt were pretty through the roof for me, especially with having you, David, Dad, and then possibly Matt and Junior coming by. It was like good opportunity, and I felt like my goal of a 180 is like, yeah, that's pretty doable, and we may get lucky and get a 200. Hey, it's opening morning. We are getting ready to head out. Joseph's heading to a different ridge to glass it, and we're gonna be on like two fingers kind of next to each other, glassing from different angles. So we'll see how that goes. Last night we didn't pick anything up, anything good anyways. Lots of does, small bucks. So here it is opening morning, and we don't have anything good that we've seen, so oh well, it's not a big deal. We got 10 days to get it done. So it's supposed to be 67 degrees and sunny, kind of exactly the opposite of what you want to see for opening day. We do have a storm coming in on Tuesday, and it's going to get really cold, so that's good. All right, well, let's get after it, see how the morning goes. Dad just picked up 2 4-points, a couple smaller bucks, and a few does, so it's great. That's the best bucks we've seen so far. They're not shooters, but hey, I'll take it. It's exciting to see, at least. First thing when I put my binoculars up this morning, I see a truck, so I'm like, give me a break. There's a lot of country to look at, so it's awesome. Starting out good. 4 points and 3x4s. Decent bucks. And Joseph said he saw a buck that could be a shooter. But he dipped over the canyon and he saw another hunter walk through that area, so he really doesn't know where they ended up. But at least we have a place to check out. And we've been seeing so many bucks. It's exciting that we're in the right area. There's got to be some big ones in here. We're seeing the little ones, so just give them another 3 or 4 years and they're shooters. We'll see how it goes the rest of the day. Some deer hitting it. Doesn't seem like a ton.
Right. This is second day of the hunt.
Second day, Saturday.
Daniel's already left, headed out to. We know there's going to be a bunch of people where we're going. We're kind of like throwing our name in a hat for getting lucky today. So he's already headed out, and we're going to leave in about 10 minutes. And we're going to split up as well, so we'll have 3 of us in different places. All in places we've seen bucks, and we feel pretty optimistic about today. It's supposed to be a pretty mild weather day, hot. We're supposed to have a front moving in on Monday. So we got more people coming in. David's coming in tomorrow, and then some friends are rolling in the next day. So the troops are still coming. Well, here we are after the morning hunt on day 2. Saw tons of deer. I saw some small bucks. Small 4 was about the biggest I saw. Daniel spotted what buck that he thought was a 170. He said could have gone 180. He didn't get a good look at it, but he's excited about it. It moved off in the trees, so that's been the exciting part of the morning. Dad didn't see much where he was at, so we're going to regroup and come up with another plan for midday. It's been a nice morning. Lots of people out, lots of hunters, but that's the fun of public land.
Okay guys, so a little update here. It's Saturday, day after the opening day, and we found this spot yesterday that we heard was holding some good bucks, and I think rumor has it there's a giant living in this pocket. So there's some other bucks that are like 180 that I would be happy to take in here too. There's just a lot of deer. So I got in there last night and I glassed up right at last light. I glassed up 4 bucks, but I really couldn't tell how big they were. It was so dark. And I glassed up a lion that was walking on the ridge right behind one of the bucks that I had just seen. So this morning we came in here again. I was going to hit this side, Joseph was going to hit the other side, and kind of glass from 2 different angles. And Dad was going to go back where Joseph had seen that buck yesterday that could have been a shooter. He wasn't sure. He just got a quick look at it. So I came in here and there's just people everywhere. They must be all coming after that big buck. So it's kind of frustrating. I don't really like that. But I did glass up 3 bucks. One, I think he was a 3x4. It was decent. Just smaller though. Nothing I would consider shooting. And then another one that I think was around a 160, and then another one that was, I think, pretty solid 170. He could have been better than that, but I was glassing him a long ways, and it's really hard to tell. He was a good buck, but they're in a tough place to kill, so tough. You'd have to just get right in on them and hope they feed out to you in the evening. It would be pretty hard. But so yeah, that's the update. We're gonna go check out some other spots now. It's supposed to be sunny and warm today, so not the best hunting conditions. And then the evenings, it seems like the deer don't get up till just right at dark, so making it tough. In 1906, President Theodore Roosevelt established the Kaibab Plateau as a federal game refuge. Hunting was banned, and predators like wolves, coyotes, and mountain lions were greatly hunted. The goal was to permanently increase the deer population. However, the deer population increased too much, which led to habitat destruction and starvation. How many predators were killed? 781 mountain lions, 30 wolves, 4,849 coyotes, 554 bobcats, and an unknown number of bald eagles. What was the result? The deer population increased from about 4,000 in 1906 to nearly 100,000 in 1924. The deer population began to decline in the mid-1920s. The range was damaged, and its carrying capacity was greatly reduced. Many deer starved to death. What was the solution? Hunting was reopened in 1929 to bring the population into balance with the habitat. The deer on the Kaibab Plateau now are one of the most documented deer herds in the West, with around 10,200 deer currently living.
Check out the size of that track. That's one of the biggest tracks.
Check out the size of that track. That is massive.
Shortest next one too.
The other one's kind of already in the... Oh, that is it. I didn't even see it. It's right over top. Okay. That's like one of the biggest tracks I've ever seen.
That's a huge track.
That wide, that's what it is. Right, not that wide. Like, to me, that is just enormous.
That could pass for.
I mean, I can never see the bucket.
Yeah, yeah. That would pass for a small elk.
We came into a new spot here and had to hike in a little ways to get to this little canyon. It's not little, actually, it's pretty big. And man, it looks so good. And here it is, like, it's almost prime time. I would say it's 5:15. We have about 45 minutes left. Everything should be on their feet. I mean, at least the does. I've only picked up 2 groups of deer. I'm kind of surprised, like, there should be more deer out here. I don't know if they've migrated off the rim. I'm not sure. It seems so hot and surprising, like, but I know there has been some migration going on this hunt, so we will see. Joseph saw a guy, actually it was a lady, shoot a really nice buck today, and it was just in one drainage over. But you know, that was today, so that buck was in here, at least close by. It hadn't dropped off, and that was like, man, that was a good buck. So we'll see. The search is continuing. I just keep expecting to see a giant just standing there. It's only day 2. I need to be patient. As the storm rolled in, so did the high winds. I had planned to still hunt the edges of the aspens on this day. I just needed to get the wind right and let it cover my movement and sound.
Got a little snow out there. 21 degrees this morning.
Okay, good morning, guys. So it's Tuesday morning, and the storm is supposed to be here, but it's clear skies. So today's high is, I think, around 34 degrees, and we're hoping that it gets those bucks moving. We're going back into that spot that I jumped those bucks yesterday. We went in there last night and started to walk around, just slowly still hunting, and the wind was like front to back and front to back. I didn't want to push them out of there, so we just left and went to a different spot, walked around in there. The wind was a little more directional, and we jumped a little spike. That was it. So not a whole lot of action last night. So I'm hoping today's a little better with this cold front coming in. David's off glassing another canyon. Joseph is walking some ridges, and hopefully we'll pick something up. And we have some buddies that are going to be checking out some low country for us. So we're like an army, just all around the unit. All right, we'll keep you updated. Alright guys, so this morning we were walking around back in the spot that we saw those bucks yesterday, and we walked, man, all morning. It's almost 11 o'clock now.
Yeah.
And we came up on a 2x3 that was feeding, and we saw him before he saw us, and we could have shot him. And then we did bump a couple other deer that I don't know what they were, but I did catch glimpses of them, and they didn't look like they were big bucks. And so I was just getting ready to head back to the Razor because we got to meet Joseph at 11, and there's a canyon that's right above this aspen thicket, and I'm like, well, it's kind of open, let's just walk it and see if we can find something in this canyon. And as I'm walking it, I'm like, man, this doesn't look good, it's too open. And I start cutting across the canyon, go to the other side, and I look back and I can see like the hill kind of goes up, and then there was a little bit of aspens, a little cut. I'm like, that looks good, let's just go back over there. So we turn and go back over there, and we're just sneaking. And like 40 yards, this thing blows up out of its bed, and it is like, I mean, it's like that.
Are you serious, dude?
And it is tall, and I think I saw extras. I mean, it
Oh
was
my
a
gosh,
giant.
are you serious?
And I am fiddling with this thing, trying to get it off, and I'm like,
I knew that was going to be a problem.
huh?
I knew that was going to be a problem.
Yeah. I'm like trying to get it off, finally get it off, and throw it on the ground. I'm flipping my caps, and I'm looking up trying to find it, and I can't see him. Because I only saw him, like, he flew out of his bed, and he goes, boom, boom, and I'm just like, shooter, trying to get all my stuff together. And when I look up, I don't know where he's at. I looked back at Dad, I said, where'd he go? And he's like, I don't know. So I just start running up the hill, and I see a deer off to my left. So I'm like, perfect. I drop down. I was going to shoot. There was no questions asked. I was shooting. Drop down. It's a doe.
Are you serious? It was a doe?
So then I take off, and the problem was is I couldn't get a bead on the direction he was going. I just saw him like 2 hops, and I don't know if he started cutting right or if he started cutting left. I don't know which way he went. And so I just automatically thought the thickest stuff is to the right that I know of. So I started running to the right, running, and then hooked down to the bottom. And where he would have had been coming was just too open. I just didn't get a good feeling that's where he went through. So I got to the bottom, and I'm sitting there looking. I'm like, I don't think this is right. So I turned, and I went back up into the thick stuff. And I didn't get the right bead on which direction he went.
Okay.
So I never saw him again. But man, that was close. It's so frustrating to have a giant buck that close to you, and I can't get shot at him.
I knew that cover on that thing was going to be a
But
problem.
the problem is it's snowing, and I would have got all that water down my barrel. What do
I
you
know.
do?
Just hold the barrel down. I don't know.
But then I'm trying to put that on my back and glass. I couldn't have. I would have just
Right.
been walking, not doing any glassing. I feel like that's key to be able to spot them before they spot you.
Just put a piece of, balloon. Do I have a balloon? No, it's a balloon over the end of your barrel.
If I had a balloon, I'd do that.
Don't you?
Okay, so we're sitting in the truck here. We had to drive out 20 minutes from where we were at so we could get service and call Joe. We needed to get a hold of them, see what they saw, and we were gonna let them know what we saw. So he sent me a video of a buck, and it's a good deer. It's hard, like, I think we're in the ballpark of what he is. I think we put him right around that 170 mark. He could go a touch higher. My goal was a 180 plus, so he's not exactly that, but as the hunt goes on and you're not seeing what you want, my standards start to slip. So he's close, but I think I'm gonna pass on him. We know where he's at, and we might be able to pick him up later in the hunt. Might not. He might, slip off or get killed, but it's the risk you take. Joseph, the video, he looks a little thin. Joseph said he's better in person. It looks, maybe the video washed him out a little bit. He said he does have smaller eye guards. He thought like 1.5-inch eye guards, so it's a good deer. We could be underestimating him. We could be overestimating him. You know how it goes when you're trying to estimate on the hoof. But either way, I'm going to pass on him, and we're going to keep looking. I feel like we're just getting into the best part of the hunt. We got the weather, cooler temps. So I'm going to pass for now. And we'll keep looking. Hopefully we can turn something up a little bigger than that. If not, we'll go back in there and see if we can find him. Yeah, so after, I think it was Wednesday afternoon, I just needed something different. I needed to change it up. I just couldn't continue walking. So I was like, let's get back to glassing. Joseph just spotted that buck. You would talk to those people. They said, you just keep hitting it hard. At 43.5 inches wide and an incredible score of 324 inches, the Murphy buck stands as a reminder of the genetics and quality that once roamed the Kaibab. Yeah, and then so we pick up the 5x4 first thing, pick up some does, a few does up further in the finger, and then I'm trying to remember. I don't think we saw anything else because it was pretty early still. You call, and you're like, "Hey, I found the 170 plus." And I'm like, "Oh, sweet, let's go kill him." And then I was contemplating the 5x4 for a minute. I was looking over the video, watching him, and I'm like, no, I don't think I want him. And then Dad calls while David's on the phone with you and tells me, hey, I got a buck you need to take a look at. Dad found a buck that he thinks is a shooter. So we're running in here trying to get a look at it. We're trying to figure out where he's at. So it's like a mad rush. There's another hunter in here too, of course. So now we have to hopefully get in here before he spooks anything. So we're on our way. So we hike in there, and I'm trying to figure out where Dad's at, and there's all the communication of like, is you north, you south, and we're on the phone with him, and figure out he's across this massive canyon. And we're like, you went across that? So we bail off this canyon, and it's steep. Truck up the other side. As soon as we peek over, sure enough, there's Dad. He's on the other side, and he's glassing the next basin over. So, me and David were like, I think we're going to get a better view if we sneak down about 80 yards this way. So we sneak down, leave Dad there. He keeps an eye on him. We're sneaking down. Dad calls me. He's like, hey, the buck is up. I'm like, oh, okay. So we're sneaking. We're going as quick as we can. And as soon as I get my tripod set up and get my eyes on him, I mean, it took me all of 2 seconds. I'm like, oh, I'm shooting that buck. I want that deer.
Buck at 200 yards in his bed. Just waiting for him to stand up. It's go time.
So I told David, I'm going to shoot. And as I'm settling in, I'm realizing how the shot's going to end up playing out, and I don't feel good about it. I'll break his front shoulder, and he probably won't get away, but it's not. I don't know that it's going to kill him on this shot. So I'm like, no, I'm not going to shoot. And I'm looking at it, get back in the gun, flip the safety off. I think I can do it. I'm going to shoot. So David gets the recording button again, and I'm like squeezing in. I'm like, what am I doing? This is stupid. Why am I risking a shot when I have all the time in the world? Look to David, I'm not going to shoot. David's like, okay. Takes the cord off. And I'm like, man, look at that neck. I mean, you could see the whole neck. I mean, it's just wide open. And I'm like, ooh, man, I could shoot that neck pretty easily. I feel good about the rest, and I'm like, same thing. Just kind of see how you feel. Is your heart beating really fast right now? I was calming down, like flip the safety off, putting it on him. I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna shoot that neck. Like, I'm gonna shoot. David's like, really? Are you really gonna shoot? He said he has like 10 minutes of video on this deer. And I told Dad I was gonna wait for him to stand to shoot, but I'm like, oh, this feels so good. I can do this. And I just squeeze it up.
Down. Down, we're down. We got him, yes. It was like 200 yards. I kept watching him. We watched him for like 45 minutes in his bed. I wasn't sure if I should shoot him. I only had a neck shot. Just like finally, I'm like, man, what if he gets up? What if a hunter pushes him off? I feel good about it. I'm gonna take the shot. Yes.
That's such a nice deer, Dad.
That is so awesome.
I mean,
I'm so stoked.
I don't know how good he is. It's just he's the best deer. He's the best deer that we've seen, that I've seen. Yeah, Dad, you did such a good job.
Yeah, I
to get over here. I knew that deer weren't getting up real early, so I thought I got plenty of time.
Yeah.
Dave was telling me they weren't getting up till like 7.
He glassed up that. It was a 5x4.
You did?
He glassed a 5x4.
It's that same buck, but we saw he's got an inline on his main beam.
Oh, really?
This buck's better.
But this one's better.
This buck is way better.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's a sweet deer, but I way love this buck better.
Oh, nice.
That buck was up. That 5x4 was up right at daylight.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I just got lucky because I was glassing all this. I was gonna go. That's where I was headed to. That's where I wanted to go. Was
Out on the
into
point?
that point. Yeah. I thought I'll check this real quick and glass. You know how you do? You go through all the trees and stuff. Just happened to catch you.
Good job.
Then we all wanted to walk in on the buck. It's like the rule. The rule is you can't walk in on the buck unless we're all together. So we all meet up back at the Razors and start walking in on him.
It's the buck finder. They see him.
Did you see him?
Yep. Oh, yes, sir. Man, he looks heavy. Daniel, that looks good.
Yeah, so when I walk up on the deer and I'm like, this is a nice buck. I knew he was nice, but he just looked bigger, better, just a little better than I was thinking.
Man, he's got some great mass.
Oh, that is a sweet deer.
Man, that's pretty. Daniel, nice job. Look at those eye guards.
Look at the mass on that deer.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that is awesome.
Daniel, beautiful job.
Little extra there I didn't even see.
Those eye guards are so dang cool.
Rubbing.
Damn, look at that G3 on his left.
Damn, that is the most prettiest.
That is
eye
a
guards.
sweet buck.
Look at that front. That is so cool.
It's so
Yeah,
awesome.
that tick is actually bigger than I thought.
Is it?
The bases are
that
the
cool, Dad?
coolest thing on that deer.
Look at his inside width.
Damn, that's a good buck.
Oh man, I'm ecstatic.
Let me get a back shot.
Look how bladed that is. Isn't that a sweet buck, Dad?
Beautiful.
How could I have passed that?
You did such a good job.
I didn't do anything.
Good job.
Is everything more?
Oh, he's more.
Everything.
Daniel, that is what you came to Kaibab for.
Oh yeah. Good job, Dad.
Oh,
Oh, that's so awesome. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he ground grew.
Definitely was bigger. Yeah, that's a nice buck.
Yeah, that's bigger than.
That's a sweet buck. Going to the Kaibab, everyone has such a high expectation. Everyone talks about it as if it's the promised land. Monsters, and there are monsters there, but they are smart and they hide, and to find them is no joke. There's almost no rutting activity on that hunt. It was far harder than I was expecting, but ended out well, and I'll do that hunt again. I mean, it was fun, it was exciting. But don't go into it thinking that, I'm a DIYer, I'm gonna go in there and it's gonna be a no-brainer. I finally got the tag, I'm gonna kill my giant. But it was a grind to get it and actually pull it off. It's sweeter whenever you put in that time
blood, sweat, and tears, and it all
Yeah.
comes together, and you get the buck you want. Yeah, it tastes a whole lot better.
Yeah.